What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Kitsune Universe, and we've got some more Comic-Con news, this time from Argentina Comic-Con, kind of a mix of Argentina and Comic-Con experience. Rebecca Sugar did 2 panels, and there's even more information to go over after this video, so if you haven't already, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we're dropping more info from these panels and theorizing about what Rebecca Sugar had to say about the upcoming Steven Universe series. So she was talking a little bit about spin-offs in the first Comic-Con. She was kind of explaining how there's other stories she wants to tell, but she just can't right now because she's actually working on Steven Universe itself. And then at Argentina Comic-Con, she actually expanded a bit and said that Crying Breakfast Friends is actually one of the shows that she'd be interested in working on, or at least spin-offs. We don't really know what medium. She did mention it could be, a book, which could lead to maybe comic book, maybe even a game for all we know. But Crying Breakfast Friends is the first one that she came up with, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. It really only works for a gag in Steven Universe. I don't think it would really work as well as its own standalone thing. I think it would get repetitive. The joke would kind of run its course pretty easily. I could be totally wrong, but if it's in a short form thing, short like YouTube webisodes, or even just one-off comics or something like that, I guess that'd be fine. But that's not the first choice I would have went with, but I find it really funny. But I'm gonna go over some of my ideas that I think could work for spin-offs. Some of these we've talked about in the past and other people have already talked about in the past, but some of these I feel like haven't really been tossed around a lot. But since Rebecca Sugar's been talking about spin-offs a lot as of late, I figured I'd throw my 2 cents in. So here are some ideas that I had. First one is Lars of the Stars. This is actually initially coming from Akeem Lawson. This would obviously expand the universe a lot with Lars and the off colors being able to travel, was to get a lot of gem stuff and a lot of Lars character development, which is always welcome. And I think it'd just be a really fun space adventure and with a lot of space piratism. Is that a word? Piratism, space piratism. It would just be really fun. Unfortunately, if this is to happen, it would probably have to happen in between episodes. Essentially, I don't think this could even possibly happen after the show is over, because I would imagine most of the conflict would be resolved by that point. So there probably won't be anything for Lars and the off colors to even really do. So I'd imagine if there is a spin-off of Lars of the Stars and the off colors, it would probably take place during the events of Steven Universe itself, but just with their own side adventures that we actually didn't get to see on screen, which that's super exciting in itself. So that'd be really cool. And we could get some Lars and Sadie action, Lars and Sadie development, see how that all came to be a little more, but we'll probably get that in the show itself. But if it were to take place after the show, then we could get even more character development with that relationship dynamic. And speaking of Sadie, we have Sadie Killer and the Suspects. Now this one would be obviously less mystery filled, less adventure-y, less mystical. This would just focus around Sadie and the cool kids. Maybe they get like a record deal, or they just start touring the country, or touring, the tri-state area or the East Coast or something like that. I think it'd be pretty fun. It'd be pretty funny. It would give us a lot of new songs, probably a new song every episode. The only thing I think could be an issue is I don't know how well the cool kids could really work for a main supporting cast, because they're kind of a supporting cast in a sense, but they're more side characters and they really fill their roles really well. I love the cool kids. They're amazing, especially Buck. Buck's one-liners are brilliant, but would they work as part of a main ensemble? I'm not so sure. Sadie probably could. I think Sadie's grounded enough to be a real character, but the cool kids, I don't know. It's not to say that they're two-dimensional or anything, but I feel like they do their job really well, and to take them out of that job might be kind of weird. It'd be weird. They work probably better as small side characters rather than main supporting cast. Another crazy idea I had was the thought of Ocean Town getting its own series. We've heard a lot of crazy things about Ocean Town. Ocean Town was on freaking fire. Why was it on fire? I want to know why this was. I just imagine a bunch of crazy nonsense happening in Ocean Town all the time, and I would love to see that nonsense take place. Maybe it could relate to the gems in some way, or some other alien thing, or maybe just weird stuff happens. Just a bunch of anomalies similar to Gravity Falls, but maybe not necessarily as paranormal per se, just a lot of weird stuff happening all the time. I think it'd be really fun, and it'd be great to learn about why it was on fire. The one issue is it kind of ruins the joke of Ocean Town being on fire, because the kind of part of the joke is that you have no context as to why it was on fire in the first place. So I don't know, just a thought I had. Another one is that of Mystery Girl. Now, again, this has a similar problem to Ocean Town because it kind of defeats the purpose of Mystery Girl, because the whole thing with her is that she's supposed to be a mystery. But I feel like we're probably going to learn more about her throughout the episode. Rebecca Sugar did state that characters never show up just once, and we so far have only seen her once. We still have not seen that one episode or whatever it was called The Show. I feel, is that even happening? Is that even happening anymore? I don't even know if that's even happening at this point. But we have not really seen Mystery Girl since that first episode. We have not seen her, you know, hang out with Pearl or anything like that. So I think it could be interesting if we get more development in the actual series itself. It would work for a spin-off, and maybe who knows, after the show takes place and all the conflicts are solved, maybe Pearl runs off and quits the Crystal Gems and runs off with Mystery Girl for a limited time to go on an adventure across the country. That'd be cool. That'd be really funny. But I think we have to learn more about Mystery Girl first to see if she would even work as a duo with Pearl. But I can just imagine them just being a couple running around the world and on a motorcycle or whatever. I think that'd be that could be pretty amazing. There's a lot of potential there. Now, most of the other ideas are kind of just general ideas. The next one I think is just have something that focuses on gem kind in another way that we haven't seen before. Some other gem or some other group of gems, or maybe another colony, maybe another planet that's dealing with Homeworld kind of just invading and taking over the colony. Again, just something to kind of grow the universe, grow the lore of gem kind, Homeworld, and possibly other alien planets that aren't gems and how they've dealt with Homeworld itself. Again, this could take place after the main conflict of Steven Universe is solved. Maybe it's just about fixing the colonies, bringing them back to their former glory. Could be about the human zoo, just something about other characters that we may not have seen before or gotten extensive time with in the universe of Steven Universe. And along the same lines, it could be something about one of the other Beach City citizens that's like not Sadie or Lars or anything like that. Again, I don't know if this would necessarily work for any of them because they're all very characterized. You know, none of them would really work as main characters. I don't think. Nothing really pops off of my head. This happens a lot, not in all spin-offs, but a lot of spin-offs. They'll like take, oh, this character's really popular, or oh, people really think this character's funny. This is a comedic relief. And then they make them the main character, but the problem is they just don't work as the main character. You know, I love Sheen and Jimmy Neutron. He's funny, but his character wasn't really designed to be the protagonist. So I think a lot of the same thing could be said for most of the Beach City characters. Like give me an Onion show. Give me an Onion show. I want to see all of his crimes and all his dirty deeds and all his hood rat activities. Okay, I want to know where that briefcase came from. Okay, I need Onion's Thuggish Adventures, the video game. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. Just some of my thoughts of what I think a possible spin-off could be. Let me know what you guys think of these ideas. Do you like any of them, all of them, some of them? Do you have any other ideas that I may not have thought of? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. Once again, more Rebecca Sugar information on the way, so definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams, you've been watching Kitsune Universe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.